My controversial topic is about the wall. So, should the wall around the Mexican border be built? There are two sides to this. Yes, the wall should be built, and no, the wall shouldn't be built. So those who say yes, the wall should be built, say in doing so, building the wall could save lives. For example, it could prevent the separation of families. Many families have been known to be separated from their kids, in which they may never meet up again. So, as well as 80% are reportedly raped, murdered, and or taken by the cartels. So in doing so, we would have a less likely chance of getting people murdered, raped, or taken by the cartel, or even having our family separated. Many people would think that also building the wall, we could reduce illegal immigration, smuggling, and trafficking. Many believe that the wall is just to keep illegal immigrants out. Well, it is also just to motivate in reducing infiltrations of cartels, gangs, drugs, and human trafficking. Say that by building the wall, it would the economy could be boosted in the sense of creating new jobs for those unemployed. So those opposing to build the wall claim that Mexico is not going to pay for the cost of the wall. Donald Trump in his early presidencies claimed that Mexico will be paying for all the costs of building the wall, in which Peña Nieto denied that and said they were not going to build or participate whatsoever in paying for the wall. The total cost of the wall can range from $8 billion to $70 billion within maintenance to about 150 to 750 million per year, which is just adding to the national debt of $21 trillion. Those who oppose also claim that geographical issues will be taken into consideration. The wall would be created through Indian territory in Arizona, causing territorial issues. For example, also runoffs will have to be created to avoid floodings near Arizona, New Mexico, and California. As well as already the wall has had conservation groups issued suing for parts of the existing border, and by building the wall, that would just bring more lawsuits. Furthermore, endangered animals protected by the Endangered Animals Act would be separated from a third of their species. Aside from being separated from a third of their species, they have also been deprived of escaping routes from natural disasters. So the original fence already there has deprived them from fleeing from wildflowers and floodings. Now, by building the wall, this would keep a lot of endangered animals actually completely deprived of fleeing from these natural disasters. For example, the owls, who can fly no more than 11 feet, and the wall being built up to about 30 plus feet higher, have a huge effect on these owls, causing them to even possibly be extinct. Opposers also claim that immigrants find other ways to get across anyways, for example, by sawing through the wall. Recent claims have been seen that immigrants have just gotten power tools to saw through the wall, creating a hole big enough for people to go through, as well as they have also swam through rivers, climbed over the wall using ladders, and also gone through mountains and even made tunnels. So the cartels, the drug dealers, have also made tunnels to get through the wall, which from this point, now with respect to both sides, in my opinion, I believe that the wall should not be built, because in doing so, we are just adding to the national debt, and immigrants have learned, evolved, and adapted to finding new ways and more creative ways to getting across, through, under, over, however many ways they can find. I do believe that in doing so, we are just wasting time instead of focusing on the actual conflicts that this world should be focusing on, which is like, for example, the homeless people in Los Angeles, or all around the cities and states that we have. Or what are we going to do currently with those who are here, immigrants who are here? Are we going to give them the residency? Are they going to have to work hard for it? What are the requirements? What are they going to have to do in order to prove their worth, since we have to prove our worth to be here? I believe that by building the wall, we are just wasting resources and wasting time on what could be focused on more importantly than just keeping us out. Originally, that had been the plan for President Donald Trump. I also do believe that this is an act of racism, in the sense that why are we only targeting immigrants, Mexicans to be exact, or not to be exact, sorry, I apologize. Arabs? Why not the Canadians? Why not keep out other people aside from us? Oh, also, adding more to the obstruction of families. Yes, when parents get deported or get taken away from their kids, it's a harsh time. I had to suffer through that time to experience some of what that kind of feels like, and it's the worst thing ever. You feel like you went from nothing to build up. Your parents built up to finally be able to live here and being stably economically stable, to the person who was taking care of you all your life gets thrown out. And now, what do you got left to do? What are you going to do next? You are a teen with no job and are in school, are in high school, something that you shouldn't even have to worry about yet, not knowing what to do next. Who's going to pay for the bills? Who's going to keep a roof over you? Who's going to pay for your school? Who's going to pay for your clothes? Who's going to pay for all this stuff? It's quite terrifying for someone to go through. So that would be one of the main reasons in which why I oppose to building the wall, because not only is it obstructing families, but it's just a terrible experience to go through.
Hi, I'm Melissa. My question is, should education be personalized for each student? Education is one of the most powerful tools for transforming the world. With a higher popularity of informal and formal education, we find an increasing development of our society. Many people agree or disagree. One, they disagree because they think they might think it's a waste of time, or the teacher just doesn't really care what the students do anymore. But some do think it would be a great thing because students would be able to experience not just one but more than two majors, and they would have more opportunities in life. If you think about it, personalized learning would help each student to understand what he or she needs to learn and also how life would be and without a major. Personalized learning creates lifelong learners. Our world is changing and challenges will continue to present themselves and evolve. So students cannot simply learn specific solutions, but must be prepared to learn whatever it takes. Personalized learning would help students take those challenges in life. It will help them out to see what's around them. And also it makes them choose any major they are good at and helps them around. Students deserve opportunities to bring their whole selves to the learning experience. The students' educational experiences are shaped by their strengths, needs, and interests and they will receive the content they need to master without having to sit through something that they already know and would have to change would have would have a chance to experience different majors. Another thing would be the students would have a full knowledge on the subject they're studying before they even start worrying about working. And also, they know what they're actually good at and what they're working towards in life. Many people think personalized learning isn't worth it. Why? Because they think the students are better off with just one major to learn. And they won't be able, basically, people think that students won't be able to handle more than two majors at a time. Students will have no other opportunity in life. For example, since let's say a student wants to be a nurse, but yet wants to be something else, but yet they don't let them. So basically, that student is basically just going to be working for a nurse and won't have any other opportunities to work as in a business, nor let's say marketing or nothing like that. Students won't be able to get a taste of everything. They'll only know their subject and it won't help them in life. Many students would only be prepared for one specific career because their parents or teachers might make them choose one specific subject. But at the same time, any student has the right to choose any subject they are interested in.